Hello, my name is Chris Moore and I'm a fire behavior analyst with the Alaska Interagency Management Team. And today I'm going to discuss a little bit about the fuels conditions that were surrounding the Bootleg Fire here in Southern Oregon. So fuels in the forest, and when we say fuels, it's the vegetation that is able to burn, are similar to fuels that you would use in a wood stove. So when people start a wood stove, you don't take a big large piece of wood that's wet and put it in the wood stove and expect it to burn and keep you warm. You normally start with smaller pieces of wood, little twigs and or birch bark or any kind of bark. You put it in your wood stove, you get the wood stove going, and then you slowly start adding larger and larger pieces of wood. And that's the same for a forest fire. Most of the time a large giant tree or a large giant piece of log doesn't start the forest fire, it's the needles and the twigs on the ground. Once those start to build intensity, then the larger fuels can start burning as well, and they add to the intensity and they release more heat. The one key factor in this is the dryness or the moisture that's found in those fuels. And in this part of Oregon, there's been a drought for the last 2 years, and there's also been a low snow year over the winter in between those 2 years. So those fuels on the ground haven't been able to absorb moisture over either the summer or the winter to keep their dryness down. So they're very dry at the beginning of the summer, and that's why the fire burns so rapidly. Is that because hot, dry, windy conditions continue to dry out fuel, and the larger fuels on the forest floor were already extremely dry when this fire started, and that was part of the contributing factor on why this fire grew so rapidly and so extremely in the first couple of days.